I'm Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life, and I'm at the Cracker Barrel. Again, still not sponsored, but it would be cool if I was. So what does a grocery store and a total eclipse have in common? I'm glad you asked. Nothing. They have nothing in common. Now you know. But the grocery section in your store, particularly the frozen food section, does have something to do with why I've only released one video this week. See, earlier this week, right around Wednesday, Tuesday night, and into Wednesday, I started running this really high fever. This fever sort of came out of nowhere, and I started running a temperature, feeling really bad for no apparent reason whatsoever. I'm fine now, so all good. But for a few days there, I was in a lot of misery. You know, the worst thing about a fever is that you feel really cold even though your body temperature is really high, which makes things like a shower feel kind of miserable, even though you kind of have to take a shower because that helps your fever go down or something like that. Anyway, it was a rough week. But still, I'm here back to talk about a total eclipse. And we have some really exciting things that are going to happen on August the 21st. If you're a part of Nose for Life, this is open for you. We are having an event at the Marina in Spring City. It's really easy to find. We'll have instructions there in the description. Actually, we'll have the name of the marina that we're going to, and all you have to do is put it into your Google search or your maps or whatever you use to get from point A to point B these days. Because, I mean, who uses a paper map? Nobody. Nobody uses a paper map. But we'll have some detailed information down in the description below. Now, at this marina, there is a restaurant. And in the back of the restaurant, there are all kinds of tables and places that you can sit. And it's a really cool kind of place. Of course, because of the eclipse, they are reserving seats. And guess what? If you are interested in having a seat at that, we have four, count them, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, available to anybody who wants them absolutely free. All you have to do is inbox me or let me know. I've had a few people who have voiced an interest and sent some maybes before we even release this information, but I'm just releasing it now. We have 4 seats available at the restaurant at the marina overlooking the lake. You'll see the sun, etc., etc. It's going to be a pretty good deal, and for you, it's absolutely free. All you have to do is show up. So if you're interested in that, on the Facebook page at Bill Marion Live, just put it in the comments, put a message up there, say, hey, I'm in, I want to do it. The first 4 that show up on there, that's who gets the tickets. It's that simple. I know that a few people have already voiced an interest, and we will do our very best we can to accommodate people as best as we can. But nevertheless, even if you don't get a seat there, we still invite you to the place that is going to have the maximum eclipse. I mean, you are going to get to see the eclipse and all that comes with it. JR, who is one of our great subscribers and contributes a great deal to our Facebook page, he actually mentioned something that was very interesting, and he pointed to a Forbes magazine article about watching the eclipse, being careful about watching the eclipse on a lake or on a river, because sometimes fog can lift up from the lake or a river, especially during an eclipse, and obscure your vision of what's taking place. But you know, I'm still going to take my chances on the lake there at Spring City, and the reason why, even though I think it's a tremendous article, I think that's a great contribution. It's something that we should consider. I think it would still be better than being in town or being in someplace where the crowds are so bad that you can't see anything. I think the crowd at the lake will be a little bit more organized than, let's say, the crowd in town, people trying to get a better spot or whatever the case is. I still think it'd be better to be there at Spring City Marina. I'm really excited about that. I think it's going to be a great time, but still it's something to consider. Another thing Matt Sieber posted is if you haven't got your glasses yet, you need to get your glasses, regardless of whether you come with us to Nose for Life at Spring City to the marina there for our event, or whether you're just going to stay wherever you're at and watch a partial eclipse. Remember, if you're not in the path of totality, you will not see a total eclipse. You will see a great partial eclipse, but you will not get to see a total eclipse in its perfect form unless you are in the path of totality. If so, you really need those glasses. When the sun is actually obscured by the moon, you don't really need the glasses. That's been proven a long time ago that it doesn't hurt your eyes at all. But as the moon is crossing the sun during that phase of it, you definitely need some type of protection over your eyes. So if you haven't ordered glasses already, you need to do so because people are running out. So a few months ago, I made this video about the Cumberland Gap Tunnel in Kentucky. You can watch that video. It's a pretty good video. I think we've had like 500 views, which is good for this channel. I'm always happy when when one of our videos gets over 100 views. I'm always thrilled. You can actually watch that video if you're on a laptop by clicking this little link up here, and you can watch the video about the Cumberland Gap Tunnel. I do want to apologize to one of the sources that I had for that video, and the name of the website is Everybody Hates Charlie. I'll put the link again in the description below. Now, I did a good job as far as putting the right link in, linking to the website. And I'd used some of the information in that website, and I did credit it in the description. But the tone that I used was really inappropriate. The video is a great video, and I kind of present the information in there sort of as a myth-busting kind of thing. But here's the thing, I really didn't capture a lot of my personal opinions in that video to share with you some of the things that I believe or feel about the Cumberland Gap Tunnel. And a part of the reason why is because of simply the nature of how things are right now on YouTube. It's difficult right now to put information on YouTube that may seem like it's a conspiracy or, quote, fake news or whatever the case is, without your video being sort of hidden. A little over half of our videos are just sort of hidden if they even mention any type of and I hate to use the word conspiracy because some of these things aren't conspiracies. They're just a different viewpoint of the news or whatever the case is. In fact, I suspect this video here will be done sort of the same way. But luckily, this is really for our subscribers, you know, talking about the eclipse and everything there. But I do want to say, because, you know, Charlie, the person who is in charge of this website and the research that's being done on the Cumberland Gap Tunnel, they take their research seriously, as do I. I absolutely agree with some of the things that are on that website that are kind of weird about the Cumberland Gap Tunnel. Again, I've included a link in the description. It's called Everybody Hates Charlie. It's a great website. It's one of the most informative websites about the Cumberland Gap Tunnel. And instead of presenting that information as factual information, that research that's been very hard, very interesting, I sort of treated it as a myth-busting thing, but it was supposed to have been interpreted as tongue-in-cheek. Like it wasn't really myth-busting, I was being sort of sarcastic, but I did not convey that tone well enough. And I just want to say that I apologize to the website Everybody Hates Charlie, and in the future I'll do a better job at conveying the appropriate message for any source that I use. When I watched the video again, I understood exactly what Charlie was saying in the comments, and of course we exchanged emails later. What Charlie was saying as far as not portraying their research in a good light, and I appreciate the correction, and moving forward I won't do that again. I guess it's kind of like showing up to a party in a wild sweater and calling it your Bill Cosby sweater. Because you can't show up to a party these days in a Bill Cosby sweater. Okay, so I'm not doing that. I probably need to edit that out. And I guess I have to apologize to Kathy Gracie and Angela Bly, who wanted me to move the dates and times of the eclipse to better fit their schedule. You know, there is biblical precedent for both. However, I was not able to move those dates. Maybe I need to have a little more faith, but as of right now, those dates have to stand. I'm very sorry, Angela and Kathy. If I were going to have faith for anything right now, it would be for perfect weather, because I'll be honest with you, perfect weather in August this year, it could be hit or miss. Now, they are predicting lower temperatures for August, but that doesn't necessarily mean blue skies, and we really need blue skies on the date of the eclipse. But here's what I say that God's will be done, and the weather will be what it will be. But it would be nice if we had a beautiful day, because we really need a perfect cloudless day for a perfect viewing of the eclipse. And hopefully next week I'll be back up and at it, taking you to great places, whether it's hiking or to a new adventure, to a place we've never been, and I can get away from this flu bug or whatever's been going on this past week. Hey, if you're new to A Nose for Life, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out our channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Again, this is mainly an update for our subscribers right now as to our activity that we're doing on August the 21st for the total eclipse in Spring City, Tennessee. And listen, you're invited as well. All you need to do is subscribe and join our Facebook page at Bill, Mary, and Life, and you can also follow us on Twitter at Bill and Carolyn. Okay, like, do you see the moon behind me right now? And the clouds are like all covering it and stuff. See that right there? That's what we don't need to happen on August the 21st. Because you got the moon. I can't do, that'd be a terrible weather, man. You have the moon right there. Ooh, that's cool. I'm moving the moon with my mind. Whoa! Just kidding. By the way, I'm saying quaint because Carolyn is always telling me that I say amazing too much, which is probably going to be our first t-shirt. It's amazing. So this video should be over, but it's not. And probably most people watching this video, they've already clicked off and they've gone to other amazing things on YouTube, like cat videos or conspiracy videos or whatever. You know, they're just surfing around aimlessly, but you stuck around to this part of the video where I ask you for money. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to ask you for money unless you're wanting to give money. Unless you're Cracker Barrel, in which you should sponsor my channel. I'm just saying you should like pay me X amount of money every time I drop your name, because that would be cool. Or just give me some free eggs and biscuits and gravy. I would just settle for that, really, probably for a while till my channel got bigger, and then we could move on to fried apples and casserole. Actually, I've stuck around to this part of the video to practice inserting these little boxes that you're seeing now that's covering up my swollen face from having a fever for like 3 days. If you look around the box here, there's these other videos, and it would be really cool if you would click on one of these other videos and watch more of my videos. In fact, you should watch all of my videos. Some of them are good, most of them are probably not.